Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a very easy roll recipe that doesn't require any rising. So it's really perfect for a beginning baker, or if you're in a hurry and you didn't make any rolls or you don't have time to sit there and go through the proofing process with your dough. This is a really great recipe to use, especially if it's like a last minute, oh, I had unexpected guests come over and you want to serve rolls with your dinner kind of recipe. So I'm going to get you guys moved over so you can see the ingredients and we'll get started. Alright, so the ingredients we're going to need for this are 4 cups of self-rising flour. And if you don't have self-rising flour, it's very easy to make at home. It is, for every 1 cup of flour, you will need 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. You're also going to need 1.5 sticks of melted butter, 1 egg, lightly beaten, and I've got 2 cups of warm water that I've already added 1 package, or if you're using the bulk yeast, it is 1 tablespoon of yeast, as well as 1/4 cup of sugar, which I've already removed a 1 tablespoon out of and added it into my warm water and yeast, just so that it would help the yeast start to proof. And as you can see, it's already foaming up, so I know that my yeast is good. Alright, to get started, we are going to combine our egg and our butter together. Actually, let me grab a whisk really quick. Alright. We're going to combine our butter together with our egg. And I've let this butter cool just a little bit so it doesn't cook the egg. And I'm just going to whisk these until they are combined. And I'm also going to add in the rest of the 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm going to stir this up really well. Alright. Whoop. So at this point, what we're going to do is start adding our flour and our yeast mixture together, but we're going to kind of do it in stages. So I'm going to start with about 1/3 of the flour that I have. I'm simply going to make a mess and stir it all together. And I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of my yeast mixture. Now this recipe, if you want, you could make it the night before and set it in your refrigerator and let it hang out there overnight until you're ready to make your your rolls the next day. And it actually tastes better if you do it that way, although these are really, really delicious. Just doing them fresh and putting them straight into the oven. But if you have that little extra bit of time, it's well worth doing them that way. So I'm going to go ahead and add in some more of my flour and some more of my yeast. And I'm going to continue to stir this together. Now this recipe is actually called a spoon bread roll recipe, but it's not to be confused with the traditional spoon bread, which uses cornmeal and is, or at one time was, a huge southern staple that dates all the way back to the native Indians. And it's more of a cornmeal, cornbread kind of custard consistency that people would eat with a spoon. Why this recipe is called a spoon roll, I don't know. It's just one I've made for a long time and never really found any history out about it. Alright, I'm just going to add in the remainder of my ingredients. Make sure I get all the yeast out. Now this is not going to actually be a dough, but more of a batter, which you'll see once I get it all mixed in. But it will still rise once we put it in the oven. And I just want to mix this until everything is well incorporated. And I think we are there. But as you can see, it's more of like a doughy batter than a typical dough that I've made here on the channel before. Alright, let me move this stuff out of my way. And I'm going to actually be spooning these into muffin tins. And I'm going to be putting in about 1/4 of a cup into each one of the little muffin holes. Alright guys, that is all of them filled up. I will wait till these are baked before I put the rest of the batter in. But I'm going to bake these at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes or until they're done. And I will see you when they come out of the oven. Alright guys, our spoon rolls are done. They are fresh out of the oven. They smell absolutely amazing. Let's move one over and cut it up and see how it tastes. The texture on these is actually more of a biscuit consistency than a typical like hot roll, like a hot Parker roll or a hot house roll. But they are absolutely delicious. And I am just going to put on a little bit of peach jam. I don't know if you guys can still see the steam rolling off of these. These rolls are some of my favorite to make, because they come together so quick and I don't have to sit there and worry about letting them rise. I can just whip them up right before dinner, pop them in the oven, and by the time dinner's done cooking, they're already pulled out of the oven and cooling. Alright guys, you'll have to forgive me for all the noise in the background. I have another recipe that I'm working on for y'all. If you guys would like to be part of the community-driven playlist that Japhik and Death and I have going on our channels, it's really simple. All you have to do is go out and make a cooking video and post it to your channel. And once you've done that, you can let either Japhik or I know in the comment section of our latest cooking videos, or if you're part of his Discord server, you can let us know over there as well. Remember to check out the Gamers and Geeks playlist, as well as my Fallout Cookbook and Elder Scrolls Cookbook playlist. I will leave links down in the description to them. If you guys like this recipe, leave me a comment down below. If you guys tried this recipe, let me know how it turned out for you. But for now, I've been Volko. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.